In the stock market, there is something called PE ratio, which is also known as price to earning ratio. This is the price investors are willing to pay for every 1 cedi a company makes. To win in the stock market, it is important to understand PE ratio and how to interpret it. On this note, I'm going to show you something on the Ghana Stock Exchange that will help you in your analysis when you're trying to choose a good stock to invest your money in relation to the PE ratio of that particular company. So let's go on to the Ghana Stock Exchange for more explanation. All right, so on the Ghana Stock Exchange website, you can check for the company's PE ratio, as you can see here. So you can find it around this side. And each number that you see represents something or it has a meaning. Whenever you see a PE ratio below 10, it simply means the stock is undervalued and sometimes risky. When you see a PE ratio of 10 to 20, such PE ratio is generally considered fair or reasonable. So when you look at where I've put the camera, when you go this side, this Standard Chartered Bank, right? And you can see the PE ratio is 12, which means it is fair or reasonable. When you come here, you see SIC. So SIC has PE ratio of 15, which means it is fair or reasonable. When you come here, you see Societe Generale, which has a PE ratio of 20, which also means it is fair or reasonable. So between 10 and 20, understand that the PE ratio is fair or reasonable. That is what the number or the numbers mean. But when you see between 20 and 30, it simply means investors are expecting growth. So when you look at this stock, for instance, it is 22. That is ADB, Agricultural Development Bank. This simply means investors are expecting growth. That is why the P ratio is around 22. When you come to this side, you will see Guinness Ghana Limited and Goyle. So they have a P ratio of 21 and 27 respectively, which means investors are expecting Guinness Ghana Limited and Goyle to grow beyond what you are seeing right now or beyond the price that you are seeing right now. But when you see a P ratio of above 30, it simply means the stock is very expensive or high growth expectation. So when you look at this, this is HOTS, right? So HOTS have very low price already, but the P ratio is showing that it is expensive. Even with the low price, P ratio is showing that it is still expensive. And we have BOPP over here. BOPP P ratio is 31, which also means it is expensive. Though not too high, but the P ratio shows that it is expensive at this moment. Now, here is where I want you to pay attention. On the Ghana Stock Exchange, you see some P ratio indicating NM. This simply means not meaningful. My advice to you is that whenever you see P ratio with NM, not meaningful, please avoid that stocks unless you are willing to take very high risk. So look at all the P ratio with NM. I don't want to show the companies, but it simply means the company is running at loss. So their P ratio is not meaningful. You can't even capture it. That is why you see it as NM. So when you see NM, please avoid those companies. So there is actually more to explain in relation to P ratio, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I will stop here and we'll continue some other time. I hope this is helpful, so don't forget to like and share, and have a good day.